Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Inside the Den. Now don't forget to subscribe here on YouTube, follow me on twitch.tv and Twitter for the latest updates. Now today we're going to take another look at Rift. Now I did take a look at Rift a while ago, but that was when it was a free trial. The game recently went free to play, so I want to cover all the things that you're going to be able to see in the game, and I want to cover a lot more. I know a lot more about the game, as you can see. I've got my character here up to level 33, so I've played the game pretty deep. Now, I'll probably miss some stuff because I haven't gotten to end game yet, but either way, I do want to cover a bunch of different things, show you guys some really cool stuff, give you some tips and tricks, and also kind of my final take on the game. So let's go ahead and create another character. Now, when you come in here to create, you're going to have the option of these two factions. Now, if you play on the PvE server, this doesn't really matter too much because you're going to enter into battlegrounds and be able to do PvP. Even though you do choose different factions, and the different sides of the factions essentially you can have guys from either side of the faction joining the same guild, stuff of that nature. So it's really kind of cool that you're able to do that, and then basically you can end up in PvP against your own guildmates, which sometimes could be kind of fun. But on the Guardian side of things, let's go ahead and go next. You can see here we've got a few different options. We've got the Dwarven race. Oh, actually we wanted to go over here. So we've got the Mythosian, we've got the High Elf, and then we've got the Dwarves. Now if we go back and we choose the Defiance, we've got the Eth, the Kalari, and the Bahimi. Now, I'm pretty sure I went with Defiant last time for you guys, so this time I'm going to go with Guardians. So let's go over here. We're going to look at, going, it doesn't really matter too much because I'm not actually going to play this character, but you can see you've got racial abilities here that come with each of these. And as we keep going, we're going to go ahead and go with a High Elf. Let's go in here. Now, when you come in here, now this is where things get really interesting with the game. As you see, you choose whether you want to be a warrior, a cleric, a rogue, or a mage. Now, even though you choose one of those four selections, the in-depth or the depth to your actual class creation is really, really intense. Even though we're going to go ahead and we're just going to go ahead and go with something that I don't normally choose. Let's go with a cleric. Why not? What is your calling? And you can actually look at low level, mid level, high level gear. Let that load up. So there's some high level gear. Let's go next. Now here you've got a couple of different options. Now you see this is locked, so it requires a purchase to actually unlock this. So there will be some things that are locked for the non-paying players, but these are pretty easy. You can take and you can actually get the game's premium currency and unlock these just by playing the game. So it's kind of nice that they're not completely locked forever unless you fork over the cash. Now you can choose one of these purposes, and you can see next to the side these are mainly your healers. Then you've got some DPS, and you actually have a tank on the side of the cleric, and you're going to see that with each of the different character classes. We can go in here and choose the warrior, and you see you've got basically DPS, support, tank. So you have a lot of different options when it comes to each of the character classes, which is really kind of neat. And even on the mage side of things, you can be a sage and essentially take and choose to do some healing and have some DPS as well. But let's go back to the cleric. Let's go next, and let's go ahead and we're going to go ahead and choose the flame keeper. We're going to stay a little more traditional. Now you see the depth here. You get really crazy with all of this stuff. You really can get nuts with all of these different options. You can randomize, randomize a name, sure, that works. And you can randomize all these options. Really go nuts with all these different things. I'll let you guys get in here and play with all these different things and really see how deep you want to take and play with your character. You can mess this stuff around, play with the face shape. You get so much stuff to play with in here. It's really cool. So let's go ahead and go next, and we're actually creating our character. Now, let's get through there. And unfortunately, it's actually taking me right into the game instead of taking me back to character select, which is what I really wanted. So give me 1 second as I get out of here and get back to character select, because I actually want to show you guys a little bit higher level, be able to show you guys a lot more stuff that's in the game. We got to let it load up. So there we go. We'll get into all that loyalty, and let's hope that I can get back to my character select without having to wait. There we go. So we've got our two characters there. We're going to go over here and let's jump in with my 33 level Bahimi Warrior. You're still logged into Wolfsbane, as you can log in with that character. You can log in with that character right now, but you'll need to wait for it to log out before switching to another character. So log me out. So I need like 10 more seconds because I went ahead and hit that little button because I'm impatient. So here we go. Now you can see I do have this cool little axe, and you got these skulls on my knees, and you'll see the shield that I have. It's really cool. There's a lot of stuff and a lot of really cool gear that you're going to get, and that's one thing that I really like, is there's a lot of changes as far as that stuff. Now, going to the basics of gameplay, I know a lot of you guys are really getting into kind of the more action-oriented combat. I am as well. So this is more of your traditional tab target, but even with that tab target, there's a lot of stuff going on. There's a lot of stuff to keep you busy. So here we go. There's a world event going on, the Imperial Assault, and that's part of the new expansion that did launch with the game going free to play. Now you can see here, there's a guy with a little quest over his head. Now some of this stuff I showed you guys in the free to play or the trial that I did a while ago. Now we got some mail, so let's see what we've got here. Guild Finder message. We got a bunch of stuff going in there. Nothing that you guys really need to see. But I'm going to cover a few things for you guys really quick that I think are really neat. Now the first thing I want to cover is the instant adventures. You can hit period, bring up these instant adventures, and you can see you can do these randoms here. Random adventure bonus. You get a random adventure bonus, give this 1 per day, increasing the rewards for completing a random adventure. You're going to see a lot of these as you go through the different content. There's a lot of content to see. Anything ranging from these random adventures, which you can basically take and jump in. I can do a random adventure in this area, 1 to 20 players, so it's basically raid level content. I can jump in there, and you're just going to run around to all these different areas. You'll find everything from boss level monsters. We actually have a little bit of a group running by here. They're a little bit high for me to jump in and go after real quick, so I'm going to let those guys go by. But you can see when we bring up our map, they're cruising along right here, and they're actually, you can see here's a water invasion, and they're heading down this way to go ahead and do something on the water foothold. So there's always, whenever you're in these different maps, there's always going to be all kinds of different stuff going on. I'm actually going to cruise back to a different map for you guys so I can show you guys a little bit better all these different things. Now these little porculums, they actually allow you to travel around the world rather quickly. So you can see I can go to here, or I can go to the main city of Meridian, I can head over here. I'm actually going to go right here to the Ark of the Ascendant because I pretty much just want to show you guys what's going on in kind of the low level area and all the different stuff that goes on with these world events and stuff like that. But you'll see, you'll have all kinds of different world events. You'll see rifts, which you'll take and you'll want to go and you'll close. There's also some rifts that you can actually take and close, and they're high. They're really kind of they're the more powerful rifts, but you can get things like a Hellbug mount, for example, out of them. So it's really kind of cool how those things work. So let's bring up this map because we have a lot more stuff going on here. So you can see here's all the little areas, and then you've got all these different little like refuges. Now here's a rift. As you can see, it's level 8 to 9. I can actually go and open that rift with one of my powers, and I can then take on and close that rift. Here's a rift that's already open, so you can go there and actually take that on, and, well, I can't anymore. But we're going to go ahead and just real quick, we're going to run over to this other rift really fast. As you can see, I'm on my little turtle. It looks like this rift actually opened up for us, and it looks like I may not be able to run on this highest settings for you guys with fraps. So I'm going to have to turn these down really quick. I'm going to take it all the way down because I don't want to deal with anything bothering us or stalling the game out for you guys. But when you turn the game's view up, or all of the graphics up, the game is really pretty. It looks really nice. And see, I'm even getting some little stuttering out of fraps right now still, even with me turning all the settings down. But we're gonna head over here. There's actually a death rift right here. No, there's not a death rift. Well, it looks like this rift opened up, and it is a fire rift. Now, based upon the way these rifts work is it's all based upon your contribution. So I'm actually probably going to end up getting a lot of rewards out of this because my contribution will be pretty high because I'm high level. Now that is if I get here before this guy kills everything. So, and I'm also very much a lot higher level. So I'm just going to take and end up helping him out. And basically what you need to do is you need to take out all of the different monsters that are coming out of the rift. And you're going to see they're coming out of the rift right here. They're coming out of all these, they're spawning out of all these different places. And we're going to take that guy out. Let's take this guy out. And after we've closed this rift, I'm going to show you guys a little bit more detail exactly on how the class system works and how really you can really get in there and make your own class pretty much at any given time. Now the cool thing with these rifts is occasionally you'll see these little these little sources, and you get these sources, and they're basically buffs. So we're gonna go ahead and let's take this guy out, start beating the crap out of him. Let's do our little AoE and our finishing blow. Now, the faster you see that you got this little timer over here, the faster we take and we actually complete this, the better. Because if we take out these dead cows really fast, come on, attack it. There we go. Oh, I'm using the wrong skills. That's the problem. There we go. Take all these cows out. Drop my little AoE, and there we go. I think we got everything. Did we? Nope. We got to take out these little bugs. So let's take these guys out. A couple little shots, and they're gone. Lickety split. And there we go. One more. Nope. We get them all? We didn't. Somewhere there's something still lurking around. Still living. What we got down here? Nope. Oh, maybe? No? Nope. That's a crocodile. Where, oh, where could this last little guy be? Nope. Killing the cow didn't help. Oh, this stinks. Maybe he's down here. Stuck behind this. I'm going to go ahead and just AoE it. See if I can get lucky. No, he's not down there. See, now this kind of sucks because we can't seem to... There we go. Somebody found it and killed it. Now, every time you take and you do complete one of those stages within a certain amount of time, if there's a timer, then you'll actually get another stage. If you don't complete it then the rift actually closes and you won't get the bonus. So we're going to go ahead. And the number 5 you see there is actually the stage. So we sealed that rift, and you get a bunch of little things like basically... there we go. We got our stuff. We can open this up. We got the planerite and this little needling flame. And you also get, see these planar charges? Now what the planar charges do is they actually allow you to use your different ascended powers. So you have all these different ascended powers. And you have to have these planar charges to be able to use your ascended power. So it's important that every so often you do take and you actually close rifts and do different things that are going to give you the planar charges. So pretty deep stuff there. Now you see these little swords underneath my name. That means I actually have charges from my different skills. That means I have other skills like this Dire Blow, which is a finishing move that you see I have 3 points. So I'll actually do 499 damage if I use that. But let's get into the rolls. Now, you have these different roles, and as you can see, I have 3 different roles. I have my tank role, this is kind of my 200 DPS, and I haven't done anything with this third role. So you can see here, this role right here is pretty blank. So we're going to go and we're going to change into this role, and I can actually choose one of these presets if I want to, but I'm not going to do that. I'm actually going to go close that out. What I can do is you can take and you have 3 options here. You can choose any one of these you want, and then you click on it and you see then you can take and choose from any of these. Like I can go Warlord, and you see that's going to open up a bunch of different stuff, or I can go Riftblade, and that's going to open up all of those different talent tree. So you're going to be able to mix and match and combine all this different stuff and essentially create your own character class. So it really gets kind of cool, and if you dig deep into all the different skills that you possibly get and all of the different talents that you get, you can really create some really cool stuff. Now let's go back to my tank role because I have that one the most filled in, because I want to show you how this essentially works with the role. So as you choose different skills, you see here I've got imbued armor, increasing my armor by 5%. Then all the way up here I've got dire corruption, and so on and so forth as you move up. And you can see down here as I'm leveling up and placing X number of powers into this space here, these different skills down here are then opening up. So as you can see here, because I've placed 12 points, I've opened up this far. I need to put 4 more points over here, and that'll open up some more of this. Now there's tons of different guides online and all that stuff, but some of the fun is actually going in and finding the different abilities, picking and choosing and kind of playing with it. You can reset these roles at your trainer, and it only costs gold. So all you got to do is basically just run dungeons, run these rifts, do all kinds of different stuff, catch fish, do quests, all of those different things to actually earn gold and be able to then reset your roles. Now let's get into some of the different things you could do. We looked at the instant adventures, so we can do that. We can join into those. We can also hit I, and you can see you've got looking for group here. And inside the looking for group, you can see here we've got a random dungeon bonus. Now, random dungeon bonus accumulates once per day, which is You can do this up to 3 times, and I will actually get a rare equipment cache. And the cool thing about that is, as you can see, I've almost equipped my guy entirely just by running these dungeons and then getting these rare equipment caches and getting some pretty cool. Now, I've gotten some drops out of the dungeons as well, but I've also gotten a lot of equipment out of these rare equipment caches. But you can see by running these dungeons, I also get a nice chunk of experience, and I also take and get a nice chunk of gold. Now, once I do get a little bit higher and I can do these random classic expert dungeons, you can see I can do 7 of those, and there's some pretty cool stuff that actually drops there. And then once I can do random Storm Legion expert, got some pretty good stuff that I can do there. So there's daily stuff that you can do there as well. Then you've also got rift options, and you've also got quest options, and you can see different things as far as looking for. You can actually queue up for groups for those different things that are going on there. So really pretty neat stuff as far as that's concerned. So once you take and you choose all your different roles, all your abilities will go in here under P. You'll have guild perks that you'll be able to use. You'll have the ascended powers that we talk about. And you're also, this is a new thing, these patron advantage. Now, the nice thing with these patron advantages, as you can see, like I've got this one, increases your experience gained from all sources by 40% for 2 hours. You can use this once per day, so they're really trying to help you guys level up and get to end game faster, where you're really going to be able to enjoy a lot of the really, really heavy-duty content, Storm Legion, get into all of those different things. But you see you've got a bunch of different stuff. I can actually summon a trainer right here, right now, and actually be able to talk to my trainer, and that doesn't have too bad of a cooldown. And then you've got your different roles that you can take, and you can actually hotkey these and stuff of that nature. Then you've got your social stuff. You can see I got a bunch of friends that are online. You've got your basic quest log, which is really pretty cool. One of the nice things that I really like about the quest log is I can go here and go to Dire Plan. I can hit map. It'll actually show me on the map where those quests need to be done at, where I have quests to do, and stuff of that nature. And I can go to any of these and essentially hit map, and they'll tell me where I need to go to turn them in, all of that good jazz. So it's really kind of cool how that works and how the quest log works. And it's cool because you can also see down here, your quest items go into this area down here, not into your backpack, which is really, really nice. Now you can also take and queue up for PvP, and you also see here you do have a random waterfront bonus. So if you utilize the random waterfront join to get into PvP, you will actually get a bonus, which is also the Warfront equipment cache, which will give you blue item to give you different blue items, which are usually pretty PvP in focus. So another way for you PvP guys to really get into it, but you can also take and you can queue up for specific different PvP instances, and you can see these are level based, and you can jump into these and really get involved in the PvP this way, which you can also take and earn the let me bring it up here, the different currencies, which are somewhere. Let me find all these currencies. The currencies are pretty crazy. There we go. There's the currencies on my character sheet. There's so many different currencies in this game. So you get your basic, your platinum, gold, your silver. Then you got these credits, which is the game's premium currency. Then you've got the source stones, which you can earn from a lot of different ways. You can earn them from doing instant adventures. You can learn them from doing dungeons. Basically anything you do, you can earn these different source stones. A lot of different, so you can do this by defeating massive planar zone invasions in those zones. Earned by defeating massive planar in these zones. Earn these by defeating rifts and massive planar zones in these zones. So you got a lot of different stuff. The Planarite is another big one. You want to really try and earn those. But then when you come to PvP, you've got the Favor, which can allow you to buy a lot of PvP gear, all of that stuff. So really in depth. Then you've got the Artisan's Mark, which is for crafting. And then you've got Artifacts, Lucy's Coin. When you find these, you can see earned by completing collections, achievements, and puzzles. Currency used to purchase vanity goods and artifacts from collectors. So you got a lot of stuff going on there. Now let's run down the character sheet here real quick. Got the character sheet, you got your stats, you got skills, which are basically your professions, all my currencies, all my different notorieties, all my different artifacts that I've collected so far, which get really crazy, all my different mounts, the different books that I've found, wardrobe, because you do have a complete wardrobe system. Then you've got my different companions, I got my little raptor guy, and then you have your titles. So you can see, as far as this stuff is concerned, it gets really nuts when you look at all of these different things that are possible inside of the game and all the different things you can do. So we're going to use our little soul recall. That's going to take us back to town, and then we can blast away to a different area. But all of these different maps at times will get really nuts. You can see these rifts are starting to build up. We're going to end up right here as soon as that soul recall is finished, right there in the town of Meridian. As you can see right there. You can see sometimes some of these world events, I mean, the map will be just absolutely littered with the different invasions and the rifts opening and all of these different things going on. So you're really going to have to group up. And the nice thing is when you're in a certain zone, you can automatically join the raid event. So you can just, there's a button that will show up top. Automatically, you can just hit that button and just blammo. You're going to just be involved and into the big group that's running that event at the time. Now we're going to head back over to the zone that I was in, and I'm going to show you guys a little bit more of the combat that's going on. So we're going to go there, and we will go over here. Now I am kind of in an area that's a little bit higher level than me, but I'm still able to take it. I got my tank spec on, so I'm still good to go. So we can bring up our map real quick, and you can kind of see in these light yellow circles, it shows me exactly where I need to go to do the different quests, which is really nice to be able to take and easily see that stuff and not have to. Sometimes you know how these quests can go. Sometimes you end up in these situations where you're hunting and searching and looking. And even with these circles, sometimes it's still like that. So now we need to destroy life nexuses ×2. They're out here supposedly, but I don't see any light. Oh, they're going to be out over this way, maybe down over there. Nope, we're up. Let's get out of here. Nope, no life nexuses. Let's just go start slaying some major evil bad guys for you guys. What else do I want to show you guys? Showed you the map, showed you the roles. Backpack is under B. H brings up all your different achievements, which gets really crazy. I mean, there's so many achievements in the game. You can see right there. Summary, I have 235 score out of 20,615. So pretty crazy when it comes to the achievements. Y brings up your raid, and I'm actually getting beat on right now. So let's go ahead and hand this guy his butox. So now I've already built up my my attack points, so I can take and I can go ahead and just start wailing on him. Regenerate my attack points. You can see they start to show up right there. My little swords one more time, and let's wail on him again. And obviously we get the big blammo. So I do have a quest for these guys as well, but because I don't have it over here or checked off in my quest zone, it's not showing up. So we could do this. Doesn't deserve to live. And we want to do this to collect these blight powders. And you can only have so many of these checked off. So and we want to do that one right there, get the sympathizer. So that pretty much puts us all the quests in this area right here. So we've got some stuff, some cannonballs. So essentially the world is in a big gigantic war. So you want to take and pay attention because there's always stuff happening and always lots and lots of deadly stuff. Now we're going to use one of my cooler skills. That skill that I just showed you guys right there to pull this guy nice and close to me so I don't have to deal with this guy at the same time. Great skill for PvP right there. So something to think about when you're building those warriors. Make sure you build yourself up and put yourself in a situation to where you can pull guys close to you nice and easily, especially if you're going to do a lot of PvPing. So what's this over here? Tusker. Now you can see what's really cool is on the map for crafting, a little chromite vein right there, and then we've got another person that gives me a quest. There, I was gonna say, it looks like they're down here, and they are. So we're gonna run down there. It's really nice because it's really easy to see which guys are gonna give you quests. Figure that out. Let's go ahead and accept that. But I do want to bring up, and since the game has gone free to play, I want to bring up the Rift Store. Now you can see at the top here, I have my 7,000 contribution right there of 30,000. Now this gets, you can see as it moves up, loyalty, I'm sorry, 7,000 loyalty, not contribution. Now you can earn more of this by doing a lot of different things. You can earn this by competing in different things, but you can mainly earn this through the help. Loyalty points are gained by accumulating Rex, buying and spending credits, and special promotions. Claim rewards for the home screen and the Rift Store. So you see right here, you can get a lot of different rewards just by taking and claiming all these things. And the cool thing is you can actually earn these by buying those Rex with Platinum. So you don't necessarily have to spend the money. But the main thing that you're going to have here is you've got a 3-day patron pass. You've got a lot of stuff that's all essentially convenience-based or boost-based. You can get, boosts to token currency gained, to experience gain, so you can level up faster. Then you've got chests and keys. Of course, you're going to have your lock boxes, and then you've got your keys right there that you can earn and spend. You do have some equipment, so you can get equipment. You can see here we've got weapons. We can directly buy weapons, but if you notice here, you've got both a platinum charge and also this, so you can buy it either way. You can earn the money selling stuff, doing stuff in the auction house, basically save up your cash, or you can pay for it with the game's premium currency. So you do have those options. You can see everything is available for both. As I scroll down, we can go back from weapons, we can look at armor, and you can see same thing there. So it's up to you how you want to take and how you want to purchase these items. You got all kinds of different things that you can really get into, upgrade parts. And you see here, you've got Imperial Slayer's marks, so you can earn those by completing daily expert dungeon quests. So there's always a way pretty much in the game for you to be able to earn the different items that exist. Now you see here, these are only available for the game's premium currency, but these are your wardrobe and your costuming items. Then you can see here you do have mounts as well. Same thing, you can buy those with the premium currency, but you can also get the premium currency by selling those Rex items that you saw earlier that the game was talking about. But you see down here, you also have different things that you can purchase with the game's random currency, like you can see here from the Harvest Signet or from the Auroral Doubloons, all these different things. And you also have 60% mounts that you can buy directly with gold and platinum right there. Also 90% mounts, which are a little bit more expensive, you can also buy with favors, so you can earn them through PvP. So the game has done a really good job of putting things that are convenience based or are cosmetic based in here that do cost premium currency, but also making sure, like here, you've got a gear bag, a 16 slot bag, 2 platinum, totally worth it. As you can see right here, I've got these bags and they're almost full. So really, I'm very tempted to just buy these. I'm actually, you know what? Forget it. I'm just going to buy these bags right now. And I'm going to take and just start dropping them in to all these different places, because they're now going to automatically take and be equipped to my character. And the stuff that's in the other, the nice thing is the stuff that you see in these other bags will automatically be moved over. Let's buy one more, slide that into that space, hit OK. And then we can hit B again, and boom, we automatically have a whole bunch more space. And let's auto sort our bags, get everything in there, and there we go. So we got a bunch of new stuff. So as you can see, the game has a lot going on. I think the main thing that for some of you guys, it's going to be, I don't necessarily like that old tab targeting. It's kind of an old, I want to see the newer stuff. I want to see more of the action-oriented combat stuff, and I get that. It does take a little bit of transition, and some of the newer games that do have the more action-oriented combat, of course, we would all love every game to migrate to that. But for a game that just went free-to-play, definitely something for you guys to check out if you're looking for a new free-to-play game to check out. There's loads to do in here. Everything, like I said, from dungeons to PvP to the world events to the rifts to you name it. I mean, the roles are awesome. The graphics are really pretty when you turn them up all the way, which unfortunately, like I said, I can't do for you. Actually, I could do for you. I'm going to do for you guys really quick so you can see my character in all of his glory. So I'm going to take it up all the way to the top real quick so you can see him in all of his glory before I take and I call this a wrap on this video. Hopefully it won't take too long for the world to load up, since I am taking it all the way to the max here, and between Fraps and my computer, it's probably going to max everything out. And it may not even be all the way to the max now, because sometimes some of those things do take a reset. But you can see the lighting and all that stuff. Sound-wise, the music is actually very good in the game in all different places. The skills are pretty fun to play with, and all the different classes are really fun to play with as well. So either way, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's trip inside the den. Once again, don't forget to subscribe and keep yourself updated as each new episode is released. Also, please comment and like this video, as I really do appreciate that feedback. If you'd like to play or learn more about Rift, You can see the game's full profile at MMODen.com or just click the link in the description. Until next time, thanks for watching.